We're glad you're with us today. We say it every week, and we mean it every week, that you're not here by mistake, you're here by design. I know that some of you have come to see the little kids sing. Some of you came to see Paul jump around and get winded. There were, that's good to see as well. We're going to get him a rocking chair up here someday, for that purpose. But you're here for a reason. We're glad you're with us today. And today we're going to do something a little different, which for those of you who are with us constantly, you know that we do something different. I'm liable to do something different every week. But today especially, our goal as we started this day is to really, I had a young man and his wife come into my office and we were talking and just some of the things that went well. This will not work. The little clock that I use for my time here, it's like says it's noon. So some of you would actually be grateful for that. I want you to fix it, okay? Yeah, that is the dumbest thing I've ever done right there, no. But, okay, well, it won't work then. I'll just have to use that clock, which I can't see in the back. Anyway, so we'll be here forever. No, but the goal... Wait, I'm speaking, not Paul. Come on. But today, the goal... for if you're a guest today, thank you for being here. We welcome you. We hope that you feel overwhelmed by the love of Grace Family. I mean, I really pray that you do that. I pray that you see people who care about you. We are real people. That's who we are. It's just what we are. That's what we do. Okay, thank you very, very much better. And so we're glad you're with us today. Now, as we come to today, what we're going to do in the next few weeks, we're going to talk about some things. But you have known my heart is that, man, when God brings life change, we are a group of family who come together. God's changed our lives, and we want to grow together. We're all in different parts of that journey. As you go across this crowd and the next crowd and the next service, we have everything and everybody. And that's the body of Christ. Our music today reflects that. We start with Paul getting winded, jumping around on the way. We end with How Great Thou Art. Why? Because the body of Christ represents a blended family. Those who want it rocky and going, and those who want the great hymns of the faith. And yet we have to have the reality that says that song may not have been for me, but man, I love that song. And the song that may not have been for me may have been for those youth that are here that are worshiping to God together. But we're blended. But my heart is that it goes beyond these walls. We must take our faith and live that faith in a daily way. So I want Jennifer and Jordan to come up here wherever they're sitting. Are you back here? Jennifer, Jordan? Where are you? Oh, here you come. Don't be shy, kids. Don't be shy. Jennifer, Jordan, you get to see what sometimes, this is a nice one, but sometimes when they put this thing up here, see what I got today? See right here? Somebody put a napkin with a smiley face on there. They taped it on here right here for Pastor Bill. There you go. Hi, guys. Let's make sure we're on. So we're just going to and today we're going to give you an expanse of opportunities and to see where, not just that you say, wow, I can pray about that, but that you can do something about it. But I want you Jordan came into my office, and this is a great young couple, if you know them, and we love you guys so much. But I want you, in a nutshell, to tell us how you got, and then we're going to see how the issue of Compassion International. But I want to more about you guys, and share with me how you shared in my office about what God's doing in your heart, okay? And what God has done in your hearts in this process. Go ahead. There you go. Right at the mouth.
So over the past probably 2 years, about 3 years back, we started sponsoring a kid through Compassion, and I think that's probably where it started, where God just started to open up our hearts to just the world, I guess, things beyond ourselves. And we went to I believe it was a concert. We still don't remember exactly, but and we just heard that there's so many people out there that are hurting, and it just humbled us that we're here and that we have so much, and there's so many people that have so little. So it just broke down the barriers that we've kind of built up, just boxing out everyone else in the world. All these people that are hurting, and at least for us, and it just caused our family to just really change how we think, how we spend our money, just to want to sacrifice for others, just not just in financially, but daily. It just opened our minds to that there's someone besides us. It's not just all about us. And then in our small group, we read the book Radical, which if you haven't, recommend it for sure. And that was just kind of ultimately like a slap across the face, just to our world today. And it calls us to basically be missionaries, just as we're called to pretty much every single week here. That but on a excuse me, like a more deeper level, just throughout the world, as well as here. And
You're supporting, right now, you're supporting a child through Compassion. You have information on Compassion in the back, correct?
correct.
You have all that done?
Yep, everything's all set up in the back.
Hang on, let's hang on. Now, you also have talked to me because your heart, and you're looking into the potential of a short-term mission currently, right?
Correct.
And then to go into perhaps where God may call you, who knows where, whenever. But that you're starting that process of not just ministering here, but around the world, correct? That's your heart, isn't it? And are you going to speak, or you don't like to talk? Hand her the mic. Where would you, if you could dream of where you would like to go and minister, where would you go? And it can't be Hawaii.
Central America.
Central America. Yeah. Using the language that God has given you as well to be able to do that. Yeah. You guys are together on this, aren't you? It's not just one pushing it. You're both in the process, but that's not always the case, is it? I mean, you guys have had to work through the barriers to say, how are we going to spend our money? What are we going to do with our money? How are we going to spend our lives? And both of you, and you're both coming saying, God, lead both of us to come to the same point. Right?
Yeah, and definitely because our heart is for like missions, and we know right now is not the time. And being able to do Compassion and being able to receive letters from the children, it's really nice to be able to just also share about the gospel, even though we're not there with them, but still through these letters.
Yeah, great. Compassion International, you have some kits back there. If people are interested in it, they need to come to see what is the monthly they want.
$38.
$38 a month, yeah, and they take a kit, and you'll get a kit assigned, and you'll have communication with that child. There's lots of organizations you're going to hear some even about this morning. But what I wanted to start this off with is not about sending the dollar. We can all send in fact, some of us get away easy by writing the check. But where's our heart within that process? We write the check, we send it off, and do we ever communicate? Do we ever see beyond that? And yet in this, you guys went to FPU, right? One of our FPU classes, Financial Peace University classes, which really helped financially, right? It turned your budget upside down, did it not? Yeah, which is the goal of that. Which that's the plug for those of you, when we have our FPU class, Financial Peace University, one's going on right now, you need to go. If you have it, you just need to go. Everybody needs to go, and they need to do that. I honor you guys, and so, and I wanted to use them today to kick off this, and we're going to fly through some people now where I want you to see their hearts are being moved, not about sending money, but about your heart saying, how can I serve? How can I serve there? How can I serve here? What would God want to do with us? Thank you guys. Thanks for Jordan. And Jordan was really the impetus in a lot of this today of saying, what are we going to do? Let's see what's around here today. So after the service, you're going to see all the tables, but they're going to be, where are you at anyway? Right back there? Right back there. Okay. So go back and see Jordan and Jennifer. And if you'd like to sign up, you can. If you want more information, they've got it. All right. Thank you guys. All right, Paul, come on up. So today, we're going to give you now a synopsis of some of the things that we do around the city, around the world, actually. Yeah. And so you need to get a pencil and paper out, because for some of these, they may give you a website, and you need to write it down. Yeah. You need to write the websites down, because that's the best way to get information. But I want to expand your mind today, okay, just to see what's going on. So don't sit there and start making a list, go to sleep. I don't want that. I want you to listen to the things that are going on. Take us away.
I'll be quick, I promise. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about a missions organization. They're called Praying Pelican Missions. And I was like, Praying Pelican, that's so weird. But that's perfect, because it sticks in your mind. You don't forget a praying pelican. I've never seen one before. But what they do is they do short-term missions trips both in the continental United States and outside. They're based in Minneapolis, but they have a mission trip going on here in San Francisco. They have two in Arizona, in Michigan, in North Carolina, I think is one of the places. And it's just 3 to 5 days, and you can go there. A lot of the times a church will need a mission planner, and we're trying to get all this stuff together. They take care of that themselves. So even if you're just like, man, I just want to go and it's just me, you can call them and they'll be like, not a problem. We're going to hook you up with our group. You can go there. They're going to feed you. They have everything already dialed in. These people are great. I don't like talking about mission organizations that I don't know. And while I've never been on a missions trip with them, I know several pastors who have taken their groups on missions with them, and it's been absolutely fantastic. They don't set you up in a 5-star hotel, so don't think that, but they put you to work in a fantastic way. And if I can just say one thing about going on a missions trip somewhere else other than here, if you can't do it here, do not expect to go and do it somewhere else. So if you're looking, you're going to hear all these people's hearts today and the amazing opportunities that you have to be a missionary right here. And if you're doing that, fantastic. You should go and look at this. If you're not, don't do this. I'm sorry. Do one of those things in this community. Start here and now and be a missionary there. Okay? And second thing is Healing Hands International. Many of you have known this. I heard about this group because of Brandon and Kelly. When they were doing live, they had a Walk for Water event, which is really cool. And so they brought out, and you'll see these jugs back there. Okay, they filled up those jugs, and they're like, you guys are going to walk how far? These people have to walk to get water. And I was like, I'm a strong dude. I'm going to take this jug. I'm going to carry it the whole way. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. I was like halfway down the block. I'm like, somebody take this now. Like, I am dying. These people have to walk like 4 miles, like 2 miles there and 2 miles back with something that's 50 pounds. They put it on their head. They put it on I had to shift it 5 different ways. They don't have clean water. These people don't have clean water. We hear about the Flint water crisis. We hear about it because this is in our own country. This is happening all over the world. These people are taking water from the same water that they bathe their animals in. I mean, it's horrifying if you really think about it. And what they do is you can do the Walk for Water, and you walk around and you have the shirts, and you're getting people to recognize that there's something, like Jordan said, there's something happening outside of your little bubble. There's something happening in other parts of the world, and it's not good. And we as Christians need to rise up and say, okay, what has God called me to do, and what can I do there? And what they do is when you raise money, they send it and they combine it and they drill a well for these people. Like when we had it, we just did it with our youth. We didn't open it up for the entire congregation, and we just had a little bit of money, and we're like, oh, that's not really going to do anything. Well, I got an email from them about 4 months ago, and they said, hey, just want to let you know we combined that money that you gave us with 3 other churches, and we built a well. So the money that you did something. You're not just laboring in vain and giving your money away in vain. It's going somewhere and it's doing something. So I encourage you guys to take a check at both of those. And Healing Hands does a bunch of stuff. I mean, this is just one of the many things that they do, but something that I knew personally and I could talk about. So.
And you're back at the water jugs right back there, right?
At the water
jugs. Back at the water jugs. Yeah. Great. All right, Jessica, come on up here, babe. I know Jessica for many years, man. She's well, let me put it this way. I love her. Her parents, I don't know about you. No, come on up here. Jessica, you're a spark plug. I'll tell you what. No, I love you, honey. And she's from, just tell us, you fill us in, because we are a part with you already, but just tell us, man, Second Harvest, but we're in the Mobile Fresh part. But give us a bigger picture and what people can do and how you can serve and what we can do here as well, not just here on our campus, but as well for you guys as well. Tell us what you're doing and what Second Harvest is about. She's located back there. Listen up.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. First, I want to stop for a second and say thank you. Bill did say that we are already a partner with you guys. I have to tell you that we never worry about our Lathrop Mobile Fresh because we have the best volunteers here in Lathrop. I have to say that.
But we need more.
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't been out there in a few weeks, but I was actually told this morning they could use some more help. So I work for Second Harvest Food Bank. We are a food distribution center here in San Joaquin County, but we actually cover 8 counties. Most people don't realize that. So San Joaquin, Stanislaus, Merced, and then 5 counties in the Mother Lode. Please don't ask me to tell you which ones. I can't tell you those. We do approximately 15 million pounds of food each year through our warehouse. And if you have ever actually come out and toured the facility, when you walk out there, you're going to say, how do you do 15 million pounds of food through this warehouse? It's very small. We have a very small and very dedicated staff of about 21 people. So we do require very heavily on volunteer services to come in and kind of help us to make sure that we are most effective and efficient in getting the food out of the warehouse that we can do. Many different ways that you can help. One way, of course, is Mobile Fresh, and I'm sure they would love to see some more smiling faces out there. The wonderful thing about Mobile Fresh is it really gives you the opportunity to work one-on-one with people because they're coming to you and you are providing them with one of the most basic needs, food. The second way that you can help is to actually come out to the facility and volunteer hands-on right where the distribution is happening. We don't do a direct distribution. What we do is we kind of collect food from various different locations and through purchasing, and then it needs to be sorted and taken out to the different areas. So we have driving positions. Volunteer drivers are always in high demand. Paul back there can agree to that. And then we also have days during the week when people can come in and help us sort the food that comes in, because oftentimes when we get it, it's just kind of a mishmash, and we have to be able to break that down a little bit in order to get it out. So things like produce, canned goods, boxed items, those types of things. And then we also offer group volunteer services. So if that's something that like a Bible study or a life group wants to get involved in, we would love to have you guys out. Come and join us for a day. It's a really fantastic thing.
Great. All right, thank you. If you have been a part of Mobile Fresh here, which happens twice a month, if you have already been here in any way, once or beyond, stand up. Rebecca, come on up here wherever you're at. If you've been involved in our Mobile Fresh program at all, stand up. See these guys? And they would love your help. All right, now you can sit down. As well as we have a couple that work mobile, that Second Harvest, Jen and Paul, wherever Paul, the band guy back here playing the guitar, he played Jen, Paul's wife. She has to get away from him. She works there at Second Harvest as well. It's a great opportunity, and we would encourage you to get information. And it's simple. It's 2 hours, a couple of weeks. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but they always use volunteers here as well as at the warehouse as well. So we encourage you to do that. Just another way to serve. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
You guys remember Rebecca? It's our sweet Rebecca. She's at our Tracy campus. She's heading over there. They're living over there, working over there, growing that church. We miss you guys, but we love you guys.
I miss you guys
Yeah,
too.
I know. Well, I lied. I really don't care for you, but I love your husband.
I miss you guys.
Oh, thanks a lot, honey. Least of These is done out of Tracy, and you guys as a church has taken that. Some of our people have helped that. Fill us in on what Least of These is, how often it happens, and how we can help.
So Least of These is an organization that goes and it prepares meals for the homeless. They do it every single day of the week. Where we've come in, we partnered with them, and we only do it the second Sunday of every month. So we take on people.
Saturday, right?
Oh yeah, Saturday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Second Saturday of every month. So what we do is we have somebody who can prepare the meals. It's about 40 or 50. We also collect things for them, things that they need, food, personal care items, even things I haven't even thought about, tarps, sleeping bags, interview clothes. I mean, the thing is that, I mean, you take for granted things that they'll tell you that they need. So we just go out there and we spend some time with them. We give them the food. And the main goal really is to obviously show God's love, but to give them options if they want help. We are there with resources. If they need a shelter, if they need a drug or an alcohol treatment program, I mean, we don't force it on them, but our main goal is to spend time with them. And if God leads them to these decisions, we're right there helping them. But it's actually really fun. I mean, it can be scary sometimes, out of your comfort zone, but these people, they're guarded and they're sheltered. And if they see that you're there for them consistently every month, God, it's amazing how He works in these ways. They see and they can trust you a little bit. And they know that you're not there just, let me feed you, peace out. No, like we're standing with them and how can I pray for you? What do you need? What can I bring for you next month? So it's also very humbling. Very humbling. I mean, they face things that you wouldn't even think. And I try to tell my children, we're one bad decision or something that happens out of our control from us being there. They're no different from us. So.
A great opportunity. Where are you? Someplace back here? You back there by Jessica?
Sure.
Where are you at?
I'll be over there.
Okay, sure. You're back there by Jessica. Okay. So see her. How it's a great way. We did it once. In fact, I called some of our. I don't know what we were doing. And our men's group. One of the prayer breakfasts is coming up. I think it's in the second prayer, right? Not the first one, the second one. Our men are going to do that, and we're trying to get some of the people from Least of These, some of those men from the homeless there. We're going to go get them and hopefully bring them back and feed them here, and then take food back. That's our men's ministry is going to do that. So it's a great way. See Rebecca, if you say, hey, I will come and help you make food. I think yesterday, I believe Ben did it, and I think Ben did it by himself.
He did.
Himself. I'm thinking, no, that shouldn't happen, folks. That shouldn't happen. We should say, hey, we're going to help you do this, right?
In my defense, I don't know how to cook. Okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's tough. Man, have I missed you? Yeah. Erica, come on up. I'm telling you, we had a blast. John and myself, and there were others that we were We did a lunch for them, and the ladies. I had a bunch of ladies. Man, it was a room full of ladies cooking. That was something else. But other than that, we prepared 40 meals, boxed them up. It was great. It's a great opportunity just to work. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
I got my logo up there.
Yeah, man, you must look like your dad, and you're really handsome. No, it's cute. Okay. All right. Tell us about. You're going to share two things. Do medical ambassadors
Yes.
first.
Okay. Medical Ambassadors is a local missions organization. Headquarters are in Modesto. It's a small organization that's been around for 35 years, and it started as medical missions with clinics in communities and villages around the world. What they found was that as the clinics were good for treating the symptoms of the people that were there, there was a desire of the locals to have more of a holistic approach. They obviously didn't use those words, but they were saying, this is great, but this is treating our problems once they're already here. And so what our organization does, I work there, sorry. What we do...
That's okay.
Okay, I'm not just what we do is we take a holistic approach to missions. And we go in and train locals to empower change within their own communities. It's a very holistic approach where we treat the physical, emotional, social, and emotional needs, which ultimately leads to spiritual, hopefully, needs being met as well. What they use is the Community Health Evangelism Program, CHE, and there's a lot of information on their website, which is medicalambassadors.org. I also have I only have about 4 of these, but if you're interested, this is a great little pamphlet on the back table next to Jessica also, if you want more information. But it's a really great organization that tries to love people to Jesus by meeting needs that they have within their own communities.
Yeah, very much so. And they have a great holistic approach to it. This is not one that you send people to mission, right?
No, this is more of a, Jennifer and Jordan, more of a long-term missions organization. They have found that it's a little difficult with this approach to take short-term missions. It's really in for the long haul to train nationals.
But the organization can use volunteers on the state side, correct?
Absolutely. And yeah, there's ways to volunteer, and you can contact me in that way.
Okay, tell us about Hope for Kids,
Dress a Girl. Dress a Girl around the world is part of Hope for Kids International. Their website is I don't remember. Just Google Dress a Girl or come find me. I will tell you the website after service. I'll be back there. But it's a great organization. I fell in love with it when I went on a short-term missions with our church to Kentucky and into the Appalachia area. And their goal is to have every little girl needs a dress.
We don't think that's a big deal, but when we went, that became huge.
It became a huge deal, and with at the time 2 girls that absolutely loved dresses, it just really touched my heart. That the thought that every little girl, and you'd see pictures of these little children around the world, some in our own country, that are just wearing rags, and so this is something that can happen here. Unfortunately, sewing is not my strength at all. So if you are a good seamstress or like to sew, this is where a group of people can get together. You can do it in your own home, on your own time. You can sew. They have all the dimensions of what it should look like for holding up purposes. Right. It can be done in sewing clubs, and it's great. And there's a label that goes on the dress, and then they are shipped to the headquarters, and they're distributed around the world for our little girls.
You need to see Erica. Some of you have already been a part of that here. Erica was heading that up, but she's gone to Medical Ambassadors. So if you're saying, hey, that's something I'd like to be a part of, you need to see her, because we would like to continue. We'll pick that up. We have representatives from Dress a Girl, but it is amazing, and those dresses, some are just adorable, but they're all pretty much the same.
They're the same style.
And this is not donating a dress.
No.
They're not donating stuff. This is stuff that actually we're making.
Yes.
Women, or men. I wish I could sew, but you can make it and go, and so it's a great opportunity around the world.
And when we were in Kentucky, we found that we were in a mental health facility,
right.
Where it was a day facility for people with mental health issues, and it was so great because the local pastor had provided that group with sewing machines, and that was something that they poured into, put their energy into. They were proud of them, and they were making.
Yeah, that's right. Pastor Doug did that. Yeah, absolutely. Great, thank you. All right, Kara, come here. Are you nervous now, Kara? All these other people
Yeah.
I have known, so I can really take advantage of them. I don't know you, so I get to be brutal. You know, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for
Hi,
inviting me.
yeah. Kara is with Crisis Pregnancy Center.
Yes, I'm with the Pregnancy Help Center of Manteca. You might be wondering, well, it's a Manteca, why is she here? Well, our service area includes Lathrop, Ripon, Escalon, French Camp, and Manteca, obviously, because that's our name.
Yeah. Tell us the services why you guys exist, what's going on, how we can help, and we have a direct way how we're going to help. But tell us just the scope of what you're doing.
Okay, so first for the what we do, we offer free pregnancy test, peer counseling, parenting, and life skill classes, material needs, obviously, diapers, wipes. We also have, well, I'm an advocate. I should start with that. I'm an advocate, and that means I meet one-on-one. So I do the pregnancy test, I do the parenting classes. I'm with the clients up until the baby is a year old. So if she comes in at 5 weeks and she's pregnant, she's my client all the way until that baby is a year old. We have men advocates too, so we do need more men advocates who will meet with the baby's father. There are very few men who want to do that right now, but the ones that do want it, we need that support for them so they can be the fathers that God wants them to be. The why we do it is these girls are scared. My youngest client was 12 years old. My daughter sitting back there is 10. So, yeah. And my oldest was 40. And these girls come from all different schools, off different neighborhoods, and all different, like, churches. I get ones from churches all the time. And these are the girls that if they grew up in the church, they don't want to go back to church because they feel that they failed the people in their churches and they feel alone and judged. If they've never gone to church and they don't want to ever go to church, we're the ministry that gets to talk to them and show them Christ's love.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. How can we help?
There are several ways you can help. The first, obviously, is donations. I mean, all nonprofits need money. That's just how it is.
Absolutely.
We also need material needs, diapers, wipes. We go through size 3 diapers. We can go through 100 boxes in a couple months. And we're talking Costco boxes, not little boxes.
Yeah.
We need more volunteers. If you know any registered nurses, we currently have our mobile unit ready to go. We have our charge nurse, we have the person in charge, we just have to get licensed, and we need nurses to go out on that mobile unit, and that mobile unit will go to all 5 areas and provide free ultrasounds. And the ultrasounds are huge because if a girl studies show that 9 out of 10 girls who are abortion-minded, if they see their baby on the ultrasound, they'll change their mind and choose life. They'll also provide STI testing, which is STDs for the rest of us that were older than when they decided the D part was not nice.
Yeah. Not politically correct.
So now they're infections.
Yeah.
And so we need nurses to do that. We also need more advocates, which is what I do. I provide the training for that. It's 7 to 12 weeks. I try to get it in closer to 7 so you guys can get out there and go do your business. And the nurses will also be trained for ultrasound and to be an advocate.
All right, gentlemen, you heard that call, did you not? That they need men to be with other men. Okay, guys, we talk about we got to touch. You guys sit back. This is not about letting your wives go to St. Mary's Dining Hall. This is about us rising up and saying we're going to impact a generation. That's how we do it, right? So some of you out there need to take it to heart. Really, you just I'm pedging you right now, but you need to do it. We all need to do it. That's something we need to do. Our ladies have put together, our ladies ministry has put together, we're going to shower the pregnancy center for between now and June 5th. We're going to set a box up or something up there, a crib or something. Our ladies will do something. But here's some of the needs that you need to get. They have flyers out here in the front. Where's Joy and all those people back there, all the ladies back there? You need to make sure they need blankets, outfit 0 to 3 months, onesies, gowns, mitts, socks, booties, diapers. Tell us about the issue of whether these need to be new or nicely used, or you don't want any used, you want all new. I have no problem saying it needs to be new stuff. I have no problem saying that. Why do we give I don't do that. So
we have boxes called layettes that the moms get when they're 9 months pregnant, and it's all brand new stuff. That stuff has to be brand new. But if you have like your baby's clothes from 0 to 2T, we take those used as long as they're not like used
Trashed.
diapers. Yeah. I have had the cloth diapers that were used. We don't want those. Please don't make me wash them.
You're speaking my language, honey. No, come on now. I mean, she's being kind. You guys know me. I'm not politically correct at all. The reality is, don't give your trash to somebody else. They don't want it. You're getting rid of it. Now, if it's good and used, I mean, if it's nicely done, because how long are kids in 2 months stuff? I mean, not very long. So you can give that. That'd be great. But we want to help you. We want to join with you in doing that. And so for our church, you need to pick up that list. When you go to Walmart, when you go to Costco, don't buy that little cheap little bottle of whatever or little thing of diapers. You go to Costco and buy the big sucker, and you bring it back here because they need diapers, okay? That's what we want. Come on, guys. We need to rise up and do this. This is a way you want to talk. As Paul said, if you can't do it here, don't do it over there. So, I mean, we need to do it here with all of these type of things. Get involved and be involved with it.
And we do have a Target gift registry too. It's Pregnancy
do you?
Help Center of Manteca.
Yeah, does that mean a computer?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm done. All right. They know that's that inside joke. They call me the dinosaur when it comes to that stuff. So that's right. All right, so you also had a bottle program. Is that?
We do have a bottle campaign. It's where you take home a bottle. Don't use it for your babies. They have never been washed. You put the change and money in there, and then you bring it back to me, and we use it for our center.
Okay, so now we have a Change the World globe. Some of you have, but there's no reason why. Do you have any of those with you?
Yes, I have a ton of them.
Okay, all right. So, hey, listen, my ashtray gets all my change, okay? I don't use it for smoking, so I get all my change. You take a bottle, put it in there, get it down, and that's a simple way you can say, hey, we're going to help, okay? Back there. Anything else? They're waving or
they're
something.
being a
Oh, no,
Vanna.
they're Vanna White. Vanna White back there. All right, thank you, Kara. Listen.
Thank you.
So much. Hey, give her a hand here. Thank you. Okay, listen to me as we get ready to go here. There's other things that are being involved. Obviously, St. Mary's Dining Hall. Ladies, you need to sign up. Operation Christmas Child in November, where we do the shoe box. It's a way you can be involved. It's a great way to be involved within that. We want you to be involved within that as well. Another one that we're going to demonstrate soon is World Vision. You don't realize today that there are unreached people groups. We think everybody in the world knows the gospel. They do not. Some regions of the world have no gospel representation. You'll hear about through World Vision. They'll give you a prayer card. We're going to give it to you of unreached people groups that have not been reached with the gospel. We can't fathom that. But listen, why do I do all this? Why do we take this time to do all this? Because it's not about you coming and learning. If you cannot walk through those doors as you leave this service and say, I want to make a change, a difference, then we have failed today. That's the bottom line. If you can get up from your chair here with all that you've seen, from local to foreign to whatever, to flipping a dime into a bottle, if you cannot do that, if you can walk out of this service and not be moved to do something in your community, in your world, then we have failed to challenge you significantly, but you have failed to see the Great Commission and the Great Commandment to impact your world as salt and light. And that's what we're about, folks. That's what we've got to be about. Stand with me, let's pray, and then I want you to go visit some of these people, talk to them, give them a hug, encourage them.